Hey Cancer, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is our daily reading for July 28th. Let's see what's going on with Cancer. Thank you to those of you who have been engaging with the readings. When you comment and like and subscribe to the videos, that's what keeps this channel going, and I am very grateful. At the heart of your reading, we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. You feel like the expectations of others that are placed on you to contribute for their benefit is sometimes too much, or in one specific situation, they're asking too much of you. You're saying no to it with the Ace of Swords in reverse here at the bottom of the deck, and you just can't make it clear to them your point of view. It almost feels like they're taking advantage of you. And this is a pattern with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You can't seem to break free from this repeating energy showing up in your life of getting involved with some sort of group where you're contributing, you're doing a good job, you're doing what you're meant to be doing, but the lion's share of the work is falling to you. It doesn't feel right. You're not wanting to allow it to continue, but you're not sure how to move forward with the moon here at the bottom of the deck. And it's also a sense of wanting it to be completed. Full moon energy. What are we focused on? What has Cancer's attention right now? More threes in reverse, Three of Cups in reverse. It's a continuation of the theme. You're focused on the emotional component or the impact that it's having on your relationships with your friends. In the recent past, we have the Eight of Swords. This is their inability to see why it should be any different. The people who have these lofty expectations of you, they think that's just the only way that things should be. That's the only way they know of whatever your situation is, of your relationship, interactions, or the way that it should be when you're working together, the way that it should be. Cancer does this stuff for the group. That's just the way that it is. It's definitely this sense of being taken for granted, possibly financially with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse here at the bottom of the deck. They may see you as having more financial resources or any sort of material resources than they do, and they're expecting you to foot the bill. Like when your friends go out for drinks, they're like, oh, Cancer, you got this, right? You got that big job, or you got that bonus check. Or you may cook for a large family and you always have leftovers, but you're intending for it to be like freezer meals for another day for your family. But your friends always come around as like, oh, Cancer always has a ton of freezer meals, like, or a ton of leftovers. Let's go have a snack over at Cancer's house. Or you can bring the food for our get-together, our book club, right, Cancer? I know you always have tons of leftovers. In their mind, whatever it is, that's just the way it's done. It makes sense. Of course it would be that way. Let's see what the crowning position is. Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay. in this context, this is you being fully present when your boundaries are being crossed. Rather than looking the other way, sweeping it under the rug, you're right there, you're witnessing it, and you're calling it out in real time. This could be about learning how to defend your boundaries or uphold your boundaries. That it's not about setting rules about other people's behavior, but rather how you will react if and when your boundaries are crossed. You'll remove your presence or influence from the situation. What you will and won't tolerate. It's not about telling them, okay, you can't come over and eat my leftovers anymore. It's if you come over and eat my leftovers, you're no longer welcome in my house. I know that seems like a minor distinction, and I'm probably not really highlighting the point that I'm trying to convey very well. There's a lot of really good expert like therapist, counselor, psychiatric opinions here on YouTube, or techniques or professional expertise, I should say. If that part of it is resonating with you and that interests you to learn more, I highly recommend searching here on YouTube for professional advice on healthy ways to uphold healthy boundaries, and try to listen more to people who have certifications and degrees rather than amateur advice, peer advice. Not that that's not helpful, but I think that there's some real good templates or examples that you can learn from that could have a meaningful impact for you. What I try to do is like tap into your energy and how you're feeling and perceiving what you're going through. And when I do that and I tap into your views on boundaries, I'm getting a strong sense that there's some like confusion or wondering like, well, I think I have good boundaries. Like, what does that mean? Or I have good boundaries, but they're always crossing it, so they need to stop. There's more to the whole concept of boundaries that would be helpful for you to more thoroughly understand. Because once you implement that, it can have a very meaningful effect to remedy the energy that I'm seeing here. In the near future, we have the Nine of Swords, which is someone's shaming you. They are feeling like you are trying to make them feel ashamed, and there's a sensitivity that gets triggered where the defensiveness is to throw that back at you and try to shame you. So there's a lot of guilt and blame flying around, and it's stressing you out, but trying to rectify this situation, it feels problematic to you. You're not sure what to do differently. I think you don't want to lose these people as whatever they are to you now: friends, coworkers, family, siblings. But it's stressing the crap out of you. Your surprise energy is healing energy. The Three of Swords in reverse is something that used to be very, very sensitive, a fresh wound, so to speak, you are feeling less and less sensitive about, more able to talk about it. There could be some big breakthrough in that regard, but I think it's already a process that you have in motion. It's not like you're very, very freshly wounded and then suddenly you heal, and that's the surprise. It feels more like you've been feeling better about it, and then there's this kind of big push of relief. Probably because of a revelation, Seven of Swords in reverse here at the bottom of the deck. This could come in the form of an apology, or someone sharing their perspective with you, and it really takes you by surprise. Like, I never saw it that way. I never realized, like, your perspective was that. This doesn't quite fit the situation, but an example that comes to mind is being extremely irritated at a reckless driver, and then realizing or finding out that they are rushing their injured child to the emergency room, or their pregnant wife to deliver the baby. When you, and it does not fit exactly this situation the way I'm perceiving it. But that's just, I use that just as an example to share this sort of epiphany or opening up of your mindset that can occur in a healing sense when you get a taste of what someone else is going through, what their internal experience is. And I think that's what's happening here as your surprise. There's some sort of revelation of mindset or thinking or intentions that shifts things more swiftly toward feeling better towards one another. What are the hopes and fears? What are we hoping for? What are we afraid of? Magician. Lovers in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Some of you are dealing with a Gemini, or multiple Geminis. Ooh, if you guys are being ganged up on by Geminis, no, nothing against Geminis, but I wouldn't want to be in that position. They're very mentally astute and can talk circles around you sometimes. So this hope and fear with the Magician, you want to be able to make things happen for yourself. You don't want to be so reliant on a group or have the group be reliant on you. You also want the other people involved to be able to handle their own stuff. And it's not that you want to push them away, it's just you feel that there's a pattern where you're taken advantage of, where it doesn't have to be that way. It feels like it's too much. For some of you, this is your kids. Show me the end result. We have the Ace of Wands. So you do step up and take full authority over something with the Emperor there at the bottom of the deck. But I think it's because you really get charged up. There's the shift from reactionary, which is like, okay, I'm going to wait and see what happens, and then they do something and then I react, and then they do something else and I react to that, and you feel like you're in a pattern of Your story is being driven forward by other people's actions. Whereas the magician is someone who drives their own story forward. They harness the potential and make it real. They create opportunities for themselves. They're very, very solution-oriented. That's what I'm getting at. That's what Spirit wants to bring through here. You want, and I don't know if you've put a fine point on that, but it feels like you've been very focused on the problem that other people are bringing to you and reacting to that emotionally and mentally without really shifting toward empowerment and what can I do to solve this problem. That's where this comes in. You already have the hope to embody that self-empowered problem solver energy. The Ace of Wands can be the desire and the gumption and the fire in the belly. Like, I'm not going to sit around and take this anymore. Here's what I'm going to do. It's the motivation to take action, to make something happen for yourself. And let's get you some advice. Seven of Pentacles, Devil energy at the bottom of the deck. This isn't the sort of toxicity that has a real sense of urgency the way that I'm feeling it. Some readings I do, and there's problematic people in the story, and there's a real sense of an impetus to get out, to make a change, that this can't continue. In this case, it feels like whatever problematic element is going on, it is something that can be shifted slowly and steadily over time. This feels like a roadmap from Spirit about how to take the toxic element, the selfish or manipulative or taking advantage of you for their own selfish gains element, and rather than casting that out of your life altogether, you're enlisting them to tend to a garden alongside you. You're saying, oh, hey, devil energy, problem energy, person, come and participate in this activity with me together. Here's a common goal. We're going to work on it, and together we are going to create whatever you want to create. The metaphor is you're planting seeds that need to be tended, so there's responsibilities to attend to, and the end result is we all benefit because we get to harvest the fruit or whatever the seed grows into. And I think there's a way to really get other people on board if you describe it in like a, here's what we get to do together, here's how we're going to go about it, and here's why we're doing it. What you're going to get out of it, what I'm going to get out of it, and we'll all feel rewarded because our work will pay off. And we can't do it without one another. We have to tend to this garden together. Now, if that doesn't feel like it fits your situation, this could be more about having patience, that little by little you can continue nudging this energy in the direction you want it to go with a firm and steady hand, remembering that you're upholding boundaries in a healthier or new way. But with a recognition that it's going to take time. So Cancer, I hope that helped. Have a great day. I'm going to be off tomorrow, so click subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure to see me back on Wednesday. Ready for more? Check out this playlist for your zodiac sign, or yesterday's video for an even deeper dive into your story. And if you're in need of more personal attention from yours truly, check out this link in the description box below to learn more about my personal readings, and consider becoming a channel member for access to exclusive members-only readings and live streams.